Asante. Kwa sababu ya muda, nitatambua our two deputy governors, starting with Baringo. And on behalf of Baringo people, thank you very much for coming, the deputy governor, and my deputy governor for here in Nakuru, Dr. Korir. Welcome and thank you. Naomba tu kuchukua nafasi hii kusema tu mambo mawili ama matatu ambaye kwa siku ya leo tungetaka kukumbuka mzee. Na niseme tu kwa ufupi kwamba wakati tunakuja ikiwa ndio baada ya mwaka moja, kuna mengi ambayo tunakumbuka mzee, yale ambayo alitenda na mengi pia ambayo alisema. Nitasimulia tu mawili matatu na nitakuwa nimefikisha hapo. Ya kwanza ni kusema kwamba katika vocabulary ya mzee, yule yote ambaye alikuwa amemkosea, irrespective of how serious that was, whenever you sought forgiveness from former President Moi, you always got it. The magic word in his life was naomba nini? Msamaha. So if you went to the former president, hata kama umefanya nini ama nini, and you remembered the magic word, you walked out a different man. And therefore I also want to say that in our world today, and in our politics today, and in public life, we must stand tall and agree that we may not always agree, but we must always leave room so that whenever we disagree, we can always omba msamaha. And I really want to celebrate Mzee for that. I also want to remember that in Africa, we have a very unfortunate tradition where former presidents do not live in peace. If you visit all our neighboring countries, from Ethiopia, and let me not name them, all those countries, former presidents serve their retirement in exile. But Kenya, the first president died in office, so there was no transition as such. But from President Moi handing over, despite the hostility, Kenya set out a very good tradition that stands out in the whole of the continent. That when your time is up, you hand over, and irrespective of the circumstances, the next office goes on. And I am happy that when second president took over, he took care of the first president. And that tradition continued with Kibaki, President Kibaki, and I am sure even now it will continue into the days to come. And therefore, when it comes to peaceful handover of power, Kenya stands as the example for the entire Africa. And I think these are issues. If you're in Zambia, Uganda, Ethiopia, and all those places, you would understand this thing better. And I think for all of us who are in power today, it's also good to remember that we are all there for a time. What starts must have an end. And therefore, during our time, we should use it to make a better country and a better place for all of us. I also remember the former presidents, because despite the difficulties of the cold era politics, the students of political science know that that was a very difficult time. And whenever we want to look at his time in office, we must always look at it from the point of view of the cold era politics. But it is also important to note that during that time, notwithstanding the challenges that we had, his rallying call to all Kenyans was peace, love, and unity. And I think that has already been said. And I think we must also tell all our brothers and even our current players in politics that when you find a nation that is united and is in peace, it didn't just happen. For 24 years, we were told that every other day. So, let not people, after all those years of putting the country together, let us not allow the introduction of divisive politics, where instead of you telling us how we can all live together, we now come and say it is this versus this. And that is the end of a country, I can assure you. In fact, tribal animosity is better because it will be between community A and B. But class war will start in Mandera, to Mombasa, to Namanga, and everywhere. So we must also guard that, please, you want your space, you want your votes, but do not use divisive politics. Unite us. Bring us together. Okay? And remember, the rich man depends on your environment. If you go to Kayole or Madare, there is a rich man within Madare. So the rich man is not always in the big places. So let us agree that this thing will be interpreted in a manner that eventually will be extremely difficult for us to move forward. And therefore, on my own understanding, we have no problem with anybody seeking public favor. But it should not be at the cost of dividing the nation. Lastly, I want to congratulate the family for the good mausoleum that we have seen. And as I was looking at it, I saw they have 8 pillars. And out of those 8 pillars, the name of each of the siblings is right there. And I said, I think that's a very good thing, that for that roof to be held there, it requires 8 pillars. But I also had a reflection on our modern age and asked myself, if one was to be done for me, you know, it would have how many pillars? 2. So I want to confirm also that I think at our basic family unit, I think we're getting fewer and fewer by the day. And I'm personally a very worried person. So I think we shall revisit these issues. But I think because the basic family unit is everything, if the average replacement is 2, it means our population is constant. So I don't know where we'll be in another 10, 20 years. So I think these are issues we need to look at. The average family size has gotten smaller by the day, and I don't think this is something we would want to look at. So I do not want to say anything beyond that, to thank all who are here today for honoring the great work of our second president. And indeed, this being the first anniversary, we have also set a tradition that every year, same time, we shall be here to remember the great works of our second president. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. Your Excellency, our President, distinguished Senator for Baringo, my brother Gideon, Honorable Raymond, my good friend and former client, Philip, the Moy family, my brother Msalia, Kalonzo, and all distinguished guests on this very important day. I also come here to pay testimony to the life of a great man. My entry into politics was courtesy Mzee Moi. I said at the funeral day how he made a call to my office. I had never met him, and how he sprang me from legal practice to the political arena. And we can remember Mzee Moi for many things. A man full of compassion, a man full of candor, a man full of religious beliefs, and a man who respected and adored God. I don't remember any Sunday that Mzee Moi didn't go to church. And he went to church to worship. So when he was in church, that's the only time he separated with his rungu. He only entered church with a Bible in the hand. And he led this country well. And if you want to know, he did. When Mzee Moi passed on, Kenya came to a standstill. And every Kenyan flocked to the nearest screen where they were available to see the processions. I remember the queues at Parliament, extending beyond the Supreme Court. Ordinary Kenyans coming to pay their respects to a great man. Mzee Moi was a man who built bridges everywhere. When you sat with him, he literally had a friend, not friends because they were in high places, but ordinary Kenyans in most unexpected places. He went to a village and he would call out a name of somebody he knew and talk to them. I remember he used to tell us how he came into politics. He said, I used to have a Land Rover called Short Wheelbase.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency Kalonzo Musyoka, Your Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, Party Leader, Senator, and my colleague, Senator Weta, Wetangula. All elected members who are here with us today, the governors, the senators, the members of parliament, and all guests who have come today, including my people, my clan of Kapchapkeres, and my mom's people, Kap Bomet, who are people. My job is very easy and very welcoming in the sense that I'm just standing here today to say thank you. And before I continue, I just want to tell Rais kwamba najua sisi kila mtu iko mila yake. Vile Weta alisema, mzee alikuwa anazungumzanga na yeye mambo ya mila. Sisi ni wa Kalenjin. Kalenjin, hata utaona ile watu wote ambao wako huko ni wa Kalenjin pure. Na tunafatanga mila zetu. So kweli hapa Kabarak ni boma ya mzee. Ndugu yangu mkubwa amesema ukweli. Ni boma ya mzee ambayo mimi ninatawala. Basi. Mila. So, today, I want to say a huge, on behalf of the Moi family, a huge thank you to each and every one of you who has come today. I know it was a very quiet event, and we had decided as a family that today was just a day when we wanted to call our members of our clan and members of the extended families to be with us here because they didn't get a chance 1 year ago. Because 1 year ago it was a state function, and this year we said let's just be just the family. But as you know, these things are overtaken, events are overtaken by the will of the people. So it reached a stage till I kept quiet, but people were just saying no, they have to come, no, they have to be present. And we said, okay, let it be. I got calls, which I registered all of them, of over 187 members of parliament who called me personally, and they come from all sides of the divide, but just to appreciate Mzee, and they had asked that they would like to be present. But I said it was a quiet event, and there'll be a time when we will have that opportunity. So I'd like to thank them and all those who have called us, those from Kenya, those from outside Kenya. We'd like to say thank you. We received even a call personally from His Excellency Seveni, knowing about this day, His Excellency Salva Kiir. The two friends of Mzee called to remember Mzee on this day. So I know people want to have their lunch, so I just want to name a few people we'd like to just really say thank you as a family. All of you who are here, all those who've made this possible, all those who've rendered their services at no cost at all, but just for the love of Mzee to make sure this has gone seamless. Karim all the way, our member of parliament from Garissa, left his functions there to come all the way to be with us. Asante sana, Mheshimiwa. And a member who's been voted by the NCIC as a Prince of Peace. Yeah. Na ni rafiki ya Kamket, so pengine something might rub off. You'll train him. Thank you. You've seen where Mzee is now and Mom are resting. Those who made it possible, we've got a builder with us called RG. RG is here with us. His father was with Mzee. His father passed on. He continued with the job, and he's the one, together with Giorgio and some people came from Italy who helped us just to have the concept. And it was led by my wife, Mama Aboma Sasa, Zara. Then we want to thank you for your time and effortless, including Eunice, who was instrumental, and the wife of our head of our family, Susan Moy. We want to thank you so much for everything that you've done. Susan is the one actually who made sure today has taken place. So we want to thank you very much for that. If I minor, to us tunasemanga Senator Asante. Those who drive, wale ambao walikuja na gari, ile ngombe ambayo unaona ziko huko kwa Boma, they are white cows, Charolais from France. And if I minor, the breeder, he brought them from France, na kakuja mwenyewe kupatia Mzee. Hizo ngombe ambazo zimezaa, and a fantastic breed, we thank you. And I remember, Rais, nilienda nikamuuliza Ephraim Senator kwamba tafadhali mpatia Mzee si hata mimi nione nayo macho. Akinieleza wewe nitakupiga bei. So I remember that. But we thank you, and we thank you for the friendship you had with Mzee and all these leaders who are here. Kalonzo, Nsioku, we were together, Your Excellency. Thank you for your friendship. Weta, thank you for your friendship, and thank you kwa wakili ya Philip. Uliokoa yeye mara mingi. Asante sana. Musalia Mudavadi, thank you. Musalia, we've practically grown up. We've grown up in the same Boma with Musalia tangu tukue utoto wetu. Pichwa chubunuka. Kongwe goba kena kuga. Kongwe abisa kuberu October. Kongwe ange tage kalali la lechi choge badai and mutai. Amukibi yoyoi ketal tugu chuba kuga. Kongwe akwe koba. Kongwe bi tugu chagwa raini. Chubunuka chulo en kuberu October. Kinonok. Bishops, for your prayers, for holding us through this 1 year. Death is, when it comes to your home and comes a calling, it's extremely difficult. And it's extremely difficult if you're alone. As the Moy family, the last 1 year, we've been blessed with friends like you. We've been blessed that you've been there with us. You've held our hands. We've had prayer meetings together. You've chaperoned us through life. Your Excellency, you've been one of them, one of the team. And I just want to say to all of you, the ones who are here and not here, thank you for being with us this last 1 year. Thank you for holding our hands. Thank you for your prayers. We sincerely and deeply, deeply appreciate all that you've done for us. So those few remarks, I know there'll be lunch now. Governor Waititu, karibu. Karibu sana. Karibu nyumbani. With those few remarks, God bless you all. Thank you so much.